Located on Milwaukee Avenue, the Niles Design District is a home improvement destination for consumers, designers, and contractors. For those looking to renovate a kitchen or a bathroom, expand with a new addition, or enhance their curb appeal, Niles Design District in Niles, Illinois offers everything in one convenient location.
It's your road to a better home.
Here I come to save the day.
Welcome to Mighty House. This is a radio show for people with problems, home improvement problems, that is, and for people who want common sense guidance on how to build green and live a more sustainable lifestyle. Send an email or call into the show. The Mighty House crew is on the job. This is Mighty House.
Hey, Rich, how's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a good summer, Ron. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too
Time
bad.
to get busy again, though.
Yes, it is. And you know what? We've gotten a lot of people asking about wanting to put their bigger filters and those the high efficiency filters, the MERV, 16s. Mm-hmm. How do I fit these into my furnace, into my air handler, with all the fires going on out west, the COVID stuff happening around here, just dust and stuff that's in the air. How can I clean the air in my house a little bit more? Make it a little bit cleaner. And there's some expensive options out there.
Yes, there are.
And
there's some that don't actually work at all.
There's a lot that don't work. So we figured today we might as well just build one for you and show you how to do it yourself. And we've got it all broken down. Robbie, by the way, said she wants this one.
Really?
Yeah, she's going to wait until everything clears out, and then she'll be back with us. So for right now, we're just going to build her one of these because she has a boiler in her house. So she doesn't have any moving air. She can't filter the air in her house. So by building her one of these little air filter things that we're making, it'll help her out. So
okay. So let me just run through something real fast here, just because.
Sure.
So you can buy those UV lights that go in your plenums.
Sure.
And in a sense, they work. Not going to say they won't kill germs, but you need all the air to stay there and get done. So as it's zipping by, it needs too many cycles to be truly effective.
Correct. Or you could add 3 or 4 of those in there all at once, but now you're spending a couple of grand to do it.
Electronic air filters can work, but now you've got to have a system that's got ductwork that can be cut into, that you can actually add the filters.
Right.
My house actually has all 1-inch thick filters, so they're not going to be very effective, but I change them monthly anyway, and that's the best you can do.
Right.
So we're just saying is that there's a lot of options out there, and the internet's full of stuff. I mean, there's that airwave thing that, you put that in your house, and that's only good for 100 square feet.
Right.
So, a 10 by 10 room, anything bigger than that, you need multiples. So again, there's a lot of bad information out there.
You get some wire, you hang it over your couch right where you're sitting, and it'll clean the air right there, right in that little area right where you're sitting.
Yes.
The rest of the house, forget it.
You just turn that window box fan the other direction, right?
Yes.
You just pull it right out. You're done.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. So what Ron's going to do is it's going to build you a whole house filter for under $100.
Under $100, yes. And this one's you can buy these. This is a MERV 11 filter, and this is a 16 by 25 by 4. You can get them in 20 by 20, 25 by 20, a bunch of different sizes. Depends on how much air you want to move and filter. And also, let me see, these are good for what? 6 months or a year, something like that? These are
depends how dirty.
Right. So it depends on how dirty the air is in your house. So what I did is we picked up 4 of these, and you can see this has these grills on both sides. So if you happen to pick one up and it only has these cardboard things on one side, that you're going to want to go in, so that way the filter gets pulled towards that grill and it holds it. Otherwise, it'll start to come apart. So we're gonna take. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I almost hit you in the head.
That's all right. There's arrows on there showing airflow as well.
Yes. Oh, there is. So they do have one.
So we're going to actually build this so that we're sucking the air through the filters and exhausting it through the top of Ron's contraption.
Yes, my contraption, sir. That's exactly that's the technical term for it. Let's see. Let's do this.
Come on. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So there's that one. So, and can you get that sonar how I'm staggering the corners. Can you?
Like a mason?
Yes, exactly. So there. So now you can see they're offset. Each one extends the neck. That way it keeps it square.
Wow. How do you hold them all together?
Hold on a second.
You got that?
Yeah. All of a sudden.
Yeah,
Oh, hey.
it's good.
You all right?
Yeah, it looks good from where I'm standing.
Oh.
Okay.
So here, let me just show you. We're staggering. We're staggering these like that, so that way, see those corners are all offset. So that way you can see that in there. So now, you could, if you've got a hot glue gun, you could hot glue these together. If just whatever you got laying around. What I did is, and this is in our budget, by the way, is I went and just got some masking tape. You know, if you got painter's tape, the blue stuff, that's $7 a roll. This masking
But it's
tape
not tacky
is
enough
$3.
to hold it together.
Say that again, Rich.
If those filters are good for months, you could actually get, because you were at $93 for all your material.
Yep.
You could get a roll of Gorilla Tape and the thing would actually last 6 months then.
Probably. So there we go. So now we're going to,
Carefully tape the corners together.
yep, and I'm going to go down the side
Nice.
like that. Extend a little bit more so I can wrap it underneath. You got? Can you hang on to that other side there for me, Rich? Just hold that for a second while I do
got it.
this. You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So now we're going to just do this again. There's that one. So now let me take these back down. And we're going to do one at a time. Excuse me, Rich, while I hit you in the face. Whoa, sorry.
Oh,
And actually, that holds pretty well. I'm really surprised at how well that holds. So now we're going to
That's
put.
real masking tape.
Yes, it is. But it, you know, and then you know how painter's tape, it really doesn't hold very well. So this is
Does
real
your
masking.
stagger right? Because the ends on the other left look even. Oh, you're fine. It was an optical delusion.
Okay.
From where I'm standing, they look like on the other end, they're both even, which they shouldn't be. And they are not. From the top view, I could see that they were, in fact, staggered.
That I have them correct.
Yes.
Very well. Okay, so now
And which direction are all the arrows going? In or all of them
they
going
they
out?
all are going in except for this one that I just put on.
Okay, that's why I was asking. Because
So let's turn this one around. There we go. See, this is very technical. This is very technical. You want to do, and we should also make sure to say thank you to Allison Bailes, which he did a blog on this on how to put one together too. So we're just kind of piggybacking on his idea. So we want to give credit where credit's due there. So you can always check out his blog. And
Energy Vanguard,
yes,
if you want to Google that. And it's pretty technical stuff sometimes.
yes. But if you're an HVAC
And these are what,
geek,
MERV 11 filters?
yes. And what's
So
the
you
MERV?
can go. Well, the MERV, it's efficiency. How much the size of the particles it'll filter out efficiently, and the higher the number, the more effective it is. But not, and we always say you don't want to necessarily put those in your furnace because you can restrict airflow and damage the unit. So what Ron's working towards here is putting a $18 box fan on the top of this thing to draw air through it, just to filter the air in your house. And it works. And if you can find a MERV 16, 4-inch thick filters, you can do the exact same thing Ron's doing here.
Right. Yeah. They are all a bunch of different sizes, and really all this depends is on the size of your fan, because that's going to be the key to how big this ends up being. Okay, I'm gonna come around here one more time. Watch out. Sorry, Rich. I'm gonna
Sorry.
bump into you again. Okay.
Just bump me out of the way.
All right. So I'm going to just tighten this up a little bit. So the reason you want to tape this fully too is that you air seal all the way around it, so that all your corners are going to be sealed, so that now all the air is coming through the filter and then it's going to come up through this once we're done. So there we go. All my arrows are correct. They are all pointing in.
This time.
This time. Okay.
Okay. So how do you seal the top or the bottom?
So what I think I'm going to do here is we take our knife we've got right here, and I'm just going to cut the box and not my finger
Good idea.
or my leg.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, is this going to fit on there just like that? It is. So let's.
So you're just using the panel, one side of the box, to close off the bottom.
Yeah, from the fan. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
So you didn't have to go out and buy any more special materials.
No. This, let's directions. We don't need that.
No. Because they had all the warnings on it, though.
Did it?
Oh, I'm sure it said don't use this in a way unintended by the manufacturer.
Uh-huh. Do not make a box fan
Yeah.
air filter.
House filter, yes, whole house filter.
This is not a propeller.
Issues like that. Okay, so now let's see. We might need to clean this up a little bit more. Let's see, that's
It's
there.
almost too big.
Yeah, it is almost too big. That's there. So that fits. Oh, that one's kind of. So let's do this. I'm going to trim this a little bit more. There we go. Let's see here.
You need another workbench, don't you?
Yeah, I know. I need one like behind me now. There's that.
Sorry I'm not more helpful. I just seem to stand here and watch.
Well, yeah. So
Hold this.
here, can you hang on
Safety
to this?
supervisor.
Yes. I should have put my safety glasses on too. I forgot. So, you should have gloves on to be safe, and then some safety glasses. Who's buzzing?
We never wore gloves when we worked. We
No.
got the fingers to prove it too.
Okay, there we go.
That looks good.
Yeah, see? Yeah, there we go. So now we're going to.
What are the odds that the colors on the box match the colors on the filters?
Do you know how long I looked around to find so that these would match perfectly? I walked around, because they had fans with blue boxes, but that didn't match. So
Clashed?
yeah, it was clashing. So there. Okay, so now we've got that on there. Let's do a double on this just to make sure that stays on there good.
Is that so you can slide it around from room to room?
Right, exactly. So now, as it draws air through this, it's only going to be drawing air through the filter. It's not going to be sucking it off the floor or the table, whatever you've got this sitting on. So it'll be truly all the air that passes through it will be filtered.
Now, Robbie has a fairly large dog.
Yes, she does.
And
What's
she'd
that?
be shocked at how much that would pick up in dog dander and shed.
And these filters probably won't last a week there at her house then with all the dog hair. So that's part of the issue you got to watch out for when you're putting one of these together. Is the kind of air quality that's in your house. I guess you'll be surprised. It'll be kind of like having a Roomba. When the
Right.
Roomba comes back, it's like, where did you find this?
Yes, I agree.
So this will be the same thing. This will be sitting there. You go to work, you come back, and it'll be just filled. You're like, okay, don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this would work well as a fly catcher also. I'm just curious that,
I don't see why I wouldn't.
the moths,
No,
sorry. I was almost knocked your coffee over there, Rich. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Let's see.
Okay, so you got that all. Oh, you got one more to go?
Yeah, I got one more side to do here.
Okay. No, it's looking good.
Yep. Give us an top
He
view of this.
he was. So he,
Oh, was he?
I can
Okay.
see, yeah.
So
I see it
now
all
see-
taped up.
Yeah, we got it
And that
taped
should
up.
hold. That should help hold those all together really well too.
It's bonding our whole thing together. I'm going to give it one more there just to. Okay, so now we've got our box, got our filters. It really feels quite good. Okay, so now
Well, it's because you use 4-inch filters also. I think if you did 2-inch filters or something, you have to adjust sizes slightly. But there's not as much surface area to maintain that stiffness.
Correct. So
Lateral bracing.
I did find MERV 11 1-inch filters, but I was worried about how long they were going to last, and they were basically almost the same price as these because these were on sale. So that's why I went with the 4-inch, because you want to just explain the pleated, how much air, how much surface air
Well, that's
there's.
with them being pleated, the pleats allow for more surface area. So being a 4-inch thick to begin with and a 16 by 25, you can kind of do the math there every inch. So you got so much more surface area that the filter is going to last much longer. And I see the little fingers are popping out here and there too. Those are your little things to maintain this space.
Yeah. So there we go. You got
That's
a nice,
cool.
Yeah. So there we've got our box assembled. It's quite sturdy. I'm really surprised.
Does the fan fit right in the hole, or is it going to sit on top like you were hoping?
It's going to sit on top. So now, here's what we got to be curious of. So we got this fan we're going to put on here, but now it needs
Which
to be.
way does it blow?
It does fit. No, it doesn't fit inside, but it does fit right there perfectly.
That's good.
See that?
It's a lovely looking fan.
Is it? It isn't though.
It's like
Oh,
5
you know what?
blades.
It's not. I bet you I could shove that sucker right in there too. It would almost fit
Well, you don't want it.
down
Just
in
want
it.
to float it. Right.
It should be sitting. So ideally, the fan's a 20 by 20, and if they had 20-inch filters when I was there, it would have worked better. But I had to go with 25s because that's what they had. So
Still
a 20
seal
by
that
20.
up there.
Yep. But I'm gonna just
But
take.
is that fan reversible?
No.
Then you better check flow.
What
Before you tape
flow
that
has
baby all
nothing to
up?
do with this. There's no
Oh,
insurance
it's
policy. There's
It's
nothing.
progressive. It's progressive.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Plug it in. Nothing works. So now let's do this. Yep, it's blowing up the correct way.
All right, cool.
So you good?
So
All
you were
right.
just lucky.
No, because usually the cord is always on the back, of it. So and then this happens to have a little controller on the front, which is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So now what we will do is we're going to tape the fan to our filter box, and then tape our corners
Hold that
in.
there for you.
Here, you got that? Hang on to it.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? I don't
Yeah, I
want to.
got it. It's not going to move.
All right, hang on. Careful. Okay, I'm going to push on it right here, Rich. Hang on.
You got it.
Okay. Oh. Okay. There we go. You got that, Rich?
Yeah, I'm holding it right there.
Okay, don't. I keeps wanting to move around on me, so.
I know, and I'm trying to keep it still.
Let's see.
Right-
Okay, I
right-
got it.
Right there.
Get rid of that. Okay, I need to step in front of you here for a second. Hang on.
Oh, okay, let me get out of the way.
There you go. Okay, there's that. So now, can you see is the cord in the way there? Can you see that? There, see the cord. So we're
There's
just
the
going to
cord.
tape around the cord because it's just coming around.
Air
through there.
leakage.
Yep. So just put a couple layers of tape over that cord. We're going to get an email from Allison saying, you stole my idea. You
No,
guys,
he put it on the web.
you guys are boneheads. All right, so I
Well, in
taped it.
case he sees this, I would ask, because when he did it, didn't he use MERV 11?
I think he used 13s.
Okay, maybe 13, but how come he didn't use 17? Like, 'cause when you look at the charts, the 17s get so much more fine particulate out of the air, and particularly COVID is tiny.
Right. And he may have done it for the same reason I did, and that is they didn't have any. A MERV 11 was the only
you know
ones
why?
available.
That's because we're constantly telling people not to put anything bigger than a MERV 11 in their units.
No, in their
So that they don't
in their
damage
furnaces,
them.
not their units.
Yeah, in their furnaces, yes.
Yeah.
In their, yes.
Okay. So that's good. I'm going to move your coffee
That's
over
a
here
bright light.
off to the side.
Okay.
Now we'll spin this around.
Oh,
So
isn't it easier to just turn the fan on?
maybe, but I don't know.
And I just thought you were going to stand there and spin the box. And it just,
Yeah,
you didn't
just
say that.
keep
I get
spinning
You're
it.
just taping the other side. I get it.
Yeah, so I don't want to stand in front. That'd be rude to stand in front of you.
Yes.
So now I'm taping up the corners again, just to
It
seal
looks
those up.
Quite the tower.
Yes, it is. It's quite the process. So Robbie should be very happy to have this in her home. I mean, this is quality craftsmanship right here. She should be proud.
I'm sure she will.
You know, there's major effort that you and
Right
I
after
both
she
put
makes
into
you
this.
deliver it and install it.
Yeah, exactly. Just got to deliver it and install it.
Yeah.
But I'll have to have my test before I go there to make sure that I'm good, so that I don't want to. There we go. So now let's do one more around the top here.
Well, that's it. The fan is a moving part with electrical.
Yep.
It's probably something you really want stable on there, right? So
Yes. So I am putting. I don't know if you can see that there. So I'm putting one right where the fan meets the box, but then I'm also overlapping that on the filter side and on the fan side, so that it stays secure.
well, and I wouldn't suppose you'd run that fan at full on.
I don't know. We are going to try it.
You can, but I would think it'd be a noise issue more than an efficiency issue.
Correct. Yeah. If you want to watch TV, I don't know. You know, if you had this on and you were trying to watch TV or something.
Right.
So there you go. Now, if you were putting this in your bunker, and you were worried about your bunker, then it doesn't really matter. Or you could have this in your bedroom at night running, and that would give you some nice white noise.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to tape this down.
It's a white fan.
Excuse me. Yeah. Let's see. And then maybe I can get a shot of this installed at Robbie's house. And see, so everybody sees that we actually gave it to her.
Oh, she'll let us know.
Say again?
She'd let everybody know.
Oh, yeah. She'll have pictures of it on her Facebook page.
Right. With her feet up on it.
Yeah. her bare feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go. So now I tape the cord down the side, nice and clean. Here, I'll spin this around so you can see that. Just touching up this as we go. Okay, there you go. So now, can you get a straight on? See, the cord goes down the side. I taped it so nice. It's nice and down. It's going to hit the floor nice. Double checking all my edges. We're good. Okay, so are you ready, Rich?
Just a little OCD there, but yeah, sure.
You think?
Yeah.
Just double
It looks
checking.
good though. I mean, I don't know how long the clock's been running, but I mean, quite honestly, pretty quick little job.
Yeah. Okay, Sonar. How long did it take me to build this?
Not long. 10, 15 minutes.
10, 15
Yeah.
minutes we've been building this? Okay.
So
So now for 10 or 15 minutes of your time, and here, Rich, you want to run down?
$93.
Okay, do you remember do you have the list there?
Yeah. We're all good here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so you got the 4 furnace filters
Yep,
were $75.94. That was your big nut.
yeah, that was the big purchase, yeah.
Yeah, the 20 by 20 box fan was $18.04, which now
big
the
right here.
upside is it came with the free box that we used for the bottom.
Yes.
One roll of masking tape for $3.78.
Now, you can
So-
do the blue tape, the painter's tape, but that's like $9 a roll.
Well, it doesn't stick as well either.
No, and it doesn't. So right there you go. Right there you go.
Right.
See that? Just a roll of masking tape, and we've got plenty left over, so we can use this again in the future. We can probably
right.
make 5 or 6 of these before we have to worry about it.
And so it was $97.76. You got a $5% discount. I
Yep.
don't know, just because you told them you were doing the show.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. They gave us 5% off, and that's if you go to Lowe's and you have a contractor's discount.
There you go. So anyway, it ended up costing you $92.87. So $93 for a MERV 11 whole house filter capable of doing probably a decent sized area.
I would think so. Okay,
I mean,
so
it's not going to do your whole house, especially if the other doors are closed.
right, but if you wanted to put this in your bedroom or you put this in your living room, the family room, you know, it's
Right.
it's going to clean the air and it's going to make a difference. And I think what we ought to do is put this in Robbie's house and let her run for a week in her family room, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like in a month. And see
Yeah.
what kind of difference there is in the filter system. Okay, we're going to plug this in. Look at that, no fires. This is beautiful. And
Shouldn't be a fire. You're an electrician.
wait, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, so now let's turn this on. There we go. So now that's on low, I believe, or is that high? No, that was on high. It doesn't sound too bad. Did you hear that, Rich?
Yeah, it's not very loud at all.
So I wonder how many zones it is. I can't tell because now that's the box is all cut up. So, but there you go.
How does it feel like going to the side? You got your little smoke generator to see it suck the air through?
No, I wonder. See, you really can't even, we've got so much surface area that this is actually pulling the
Drawing
air from
in.
that you don't even feel it on the sides, and that's, the fan is on high. But it doesn't sound like it's even, you know how sometimes you turn a fan on and you can hear like the,
Right, the whistling of the air was zipping through there.
yeah, or it's the resistance on the motor. But I don't feel it doesn't sound like there's any resistance. And there's a good amount of air moving through it. How could we test this?
Well, you have to get your little.
How many zones? Sonar?
We're hitting 80 decibels.
80 decibels?
Nothing crazy, right at the source.
Right at the fan, we're getting 80 decibels.
And if you know how many CFM the fan is, that's your coming through the box.
Say that again?
Drops to 65, 3 feet away.
It drops to 65, about 3 feet away.
Okay, and then let me just get it from over here.
Okay. So from the engineer's booth, it's how much?
Sitting about 60.
60. Okay, so now let's dial this baby down because that was on high.
And again, all you're looking to do is filter air, not necessarily. It's not a scrubber. You're trying to get all the dust out of the air in 2 minutes.
55 from here.
55. So it dropped it a little bit.
Might as well run it on high.
Yeah, might as well.
It's cool.
So there
So
you
that
go.
would actually work if you were doing a bunch of demo in your house and you wanted to keep the air clean too.
Okay, so now, good point, Rich. Say that again.
If you were doing demo in your house, you wanted to keep the air clean or keep the air from blowing into other areas of the house, you could do something like that.
Yes. And
Unless the house was built before 78, then you're required to have HEPA.
You're dusting your other fans.
right.
Great.
Yeah. So there you go. So if you let me see. I'm just going to pick this up again here. Let's see. It's not too heavy. It does.
No.
It's fairly sturdy. So
Well, again, that's just based on the tape you're using. I mean, you could get, like I say, get carried away. You could put contact cement on your edges. You could use Alumatape,
yep,
which would seal and grab, but $50 or $40 a roll.
yep.
But it's what you want to spend. Big thing is cheap fan, inexpensive filters, boom, air cleaner.
Boom, done, just like that. So we're gonna go drop this off at Robbie's house and set it up, and we'll see what it's like then in a couple weeks, and see if it really gets all filled up, if it's nasty, and we'll see. More importantly, we'll see how she likes it, because she does have a boiler heat. She doesn't have any filtration in the house, like as somebody with forced air. So I think it'll make a big difference, and we'll see if she likes it.
She'll end up with air movement.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly it. So, and this will like blow nice air up. It'll circulate the air, because all that heat's at the top anyway. So all that warm air will come down. So it'll warm the house up too. I mean, there's like all kinds of benefits we're just talking about, just coming up with right now.
Well, at the beginning, you guys said that one of the machines would do 100 square feet. What do you think the square footage would be in this one?
I don't know. I have no idea. The filtration, it depends on the amount of air's going through it. So
Realistically,
and I don't
it's
think
it's also where the air that's coming out of it goes. So if you were able to get the air to go to another end of the house, like a return, then it would also suck air down the hall or whatever.
Right.
But basically, it's going to circulate in a room, but it'll do a large living room, your kitchen or dining. You know what I mean? You could put it in a central location.
Yep.
And it would do it, but it probably wouldn't go down the hall and clear your bedrooms.
No, believe it or not, there's actually markings on the fan box, and I happen to put it on the correct way so I can read it. It's 2,300 CFM. So that's 2,300 cubic feet per minute that's running through that.
And with that type of filter, with the 4-inch pleat,
Yep.
your surface area is plenty large enough to allow it to do that without restriction.
Right. So how big's your room? How many cubic feet in your room? You measure that. And then, that's how many, and then you figure out that this is doing 3,200 cubic feet per minute. It's going to turn over the air in that room pretty fast.
You could be getting an air change every 2 minutes.
Exactly. So, all right. So what we'll do is on the bottom here, we'll put our material list together for you so you can actually see. It's actually something you can do yourself. Very simple. You can see Rich and I handled it perfectly. It did take two of us to do it, but
yes,
but it's something that I think anybody can do. So, next week, who knows what we're going to come up with? We'll figure out something else to do. In the meantime, we're going to go drop this off at Robbie's house, and we'll see what she likes about it, and we'll come back and report. Basically, I think that's what a couple weeks we'll get a report from her.
Yeah.
So, all right, good. I want to say thanks to Niles Design District, and make sure if you like this and you're watching it on the YouTubes, then click all the buttons and the bells and all the stuff that's all over around here.
Like us and subscribe and.
Right, and if you've got something you want to see us do, build some gadget thing, we'll do that too. Or we can just explain how it gets done like we do on some of our other videos. So,
right.
All right, Rich. Cool. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
There you go. Until next week.
So Until next week. Absolutely. Thank you.
This is Mighty House.
Located on Milwaukee Avenue, the Niles Design District is a home improvement destination for consumers, designers, and contractors. For those looking to renovate a kitchen or a bathroom, expand with a new addition, or enhance their curb appeal, the Niles Design District in Niles, Illinois offers everything in one convenient location.
It's your road to a better home.